All right, so we have a little tubing workout this morning. This is designed with the tubing with the handles, although if you have other tubing or stretchy resistance bands, some of them might be appropriate on some of the exercises. And you're of course welcome to go through all the movements without any equipment at all. You'll get some benefit, just not quite as much. This is amazing for your back and your butt. We can do so many different things with this that we can't do with other equipment. So I love this piece of equipment. So we are actually going to start with it on the floor. So you're going to lay it out nice and straight, okay? You're going to step on hip width. So when we're working lower body, okay, it's very important that you set up like this. It totally helps make sure that you don't get too much resistance, okay? If you want it a little easier, step a little wider. If you want it a little harder, go a little narrower. But we also have a second way that we can adjust resistance. So go ahead and pick it up, cross, okay? Middle of the thigh is easier, top of the thigh is harder, up at the waist is going to be even harder. Let's move out a little bit wider, roll your shoulders back. Let's start with just a squat. Sit, 2, and up. So right off the bat, if it's too hard, move your hands to a lower position, okay? And also remember, you can restart and set up at any time. Let's squat and lift the right leg a little quicker. Squat, right, then left. Squat, right, squat, left. Now you are sitting, you're not bowing. And try not to tip. Think about balancing something on your head. And when we step down, make sure your feet stay hip width apart. Do not let them come too narrow. Let's do a triple on the right. 3, 2, switch. Now I could touch the floor lightly, or I could try not to touch the floor. I have choices. Okay, so that one I started to lean just a little. So I'm gonna focus a little more on this side. Next time we're gonna stay on the right. Stay, keep lifting. Little bend in your left knee, shoulders level, okay? You can touch the floor lightly or try not to touch the floor. 4, 3, squat and switch. Let's work this side. Keep your heart lifted. Again, I can touch the floor or not. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step down. Release your hands. Give me a little hinge. Stretch out. Push your cheek up to the right. Push your cheek out to the left. All right. So this one, we're going to move our feet a little bit wider. We're going to work into the upper body. And I'm going to turn a little so you can see. Roll your shoulders back. We're going to hinge over slow. So flat back over. Pull the elbows wide. Lower the hands down and stand up. Again, slow. Over, out, down. Let's go a little bit quicker. And if you want it a little harder, go a little wider, or I could cinch up my tube and shorten it up a little bit. And that would make it more intense as well. But I can also, from this position, I could change to a fly, which is going to be way more intense. And if the fly's not for you, maybe you stay and do the row, maybe you alternate. Let's do 4 more. Two more. Keep it out of the neck, keep it out of the shoulders, get into the back. Last one. Good. Hold. So low, middle, or high. Let's move over to the left a little bit. You probably already felt that kind of kick in a little. Hip width apart. Again, I don't want you to penguin side to side. Stay level. 4 steps to the right. 4, 3, 2. Now hinge. Flat back over and stand up. 4 steps. Keeping your feet hip width apart. Hinge. 4 steps. So that means do not let your feet come together. Hinge. 4 steps. Hinge. 4 steps. Hinge. Flat back and up. One more time. Hinge. Now this time, we're going to do 2 steps right, 2 steps left, and left. 2 right. Keep your head over your shoulders, shoulders over your hips. Do not tuck your bottom. Okay? Now, can you sit down into a deeper squat and take a bigger step, but still keep your feet hip width apart? Listen, stand up tall, squat down low. Stand up tall, squat down low. Stand up tall, squat down low. We have one more set. Stand up tall, squat down low. Nice. Good. Hold. Release and step out. Handles in both hands. Put your right foot in the middle. Okay? You're going to take your right foot forward, your left foot back. Soften, hinge, tricep press back. Okay? So if I wanted a little easier, I could bend my knees and get deeper. Maybe I have a really hard tube and I could come down here. If you don't have a tube, you could use weights on this one. Weights aren't going to work on all the movements though. Two more. Good. Hold, turn your palms out, step your back foot through to the front so your toes are light. Sink down a little, we're going to do biceps. If I keep my arms low, okay, a little easier. If I lift them up higher, a little harder, then I can also add your foot off the floor and add a little squat. Okay, so we have lots of options. Good, keep going. Again, if you want it harder, lift your arms up higher. That toe could be light if you need a little assistance. You've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Release down. Let's switch feet. Put the other foot in front. Roll your shoulders back. Soften, hinge, triceps. So our triceps are the muscles in the back of the arm that are responsible for straightening the arm. Biceps are in the front and they're responsible for bending. Okay? And a nice mix of tricep and bicep looks great in a tank top. The summer's coming. Four more. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Open up, step your toe through to the front, sink down, start with your biceps. So maybe you have a tight tube, it's low. That's cool. Maybe you can open up. Maybe you can bring it up high. Maybe you want to add balance and add the squat. Good. Chest lifted, neck relaxed. Remember, as I turn to show you different positions, you should always stand where you have room to stand and where you can see best. Good. Take a break. Shake it out. Let's set it down. Lay it out. Let's step back on, hip width apart. So if last time was a little too hard, go a little wider. If it was a little too easy, go a little narrower. If it was just right, Do it again. All right, pick it up. Cross, low, middle, or high. Roll your shoulders back. We're gonna hip hinge, which is more of a flat back than it is a squat, okay? Flat back. And notice your nose is going forward, okay? That's gonna be really important when we add the next portion. So we're gonna step right leg back, right leg again. It's sliding, you're not stepping. So I'm still tipping forward and standing tall. Now tip and then lift. Tip, lift, tap, tap. Tip, lift, tap, tap. Now, you might think that you're working the lifting leg, and you're not really wrong, but if you're doing it right, it is your standing leg that actually has the bigger job. And remember, your butt muscles are the most powerful part of your core. They should be, often they're not. When people think about a weak core, they think about their front belly, their front abdominals. It's actually the back, the butt and the mid back. Hold, roll your shoulders back. Let's go back to just the hinge. Over. And let's slide the left leg back. Back and up. Back and up. Try not to twist. Try to keep your hips nice and square. I'll show you a different view. Tip and lift. Tip, lift, tap, tap. Tip, lift, tap, tap. So the tubing I find to be one of the pieces of equipment that's the best bang for your buck. When you know how to use it, let's do 4 more. Especially, like I said, for butt and back work. 2 more. 1 more. Good. Step a little wider. Roll your shoulders back. Okay. Chest proud, neck relaxed. Hinge slow, so bend over. Pull the elbows out. Lower down and stand. And let's go a little bit quicker. So that's choice 1. Choice 2 is the longer arms, the bigger fly. Keep it out of the neck. Keep it into the shoulders. Maybe you're alternating. Maybe you're doing 1 of each. Maybe you're sticking with the bent arms, okay? It's about finding out what you can do. Don't worry about what you can't do. And remember, you can always reach out and get a hold of me, and I can help you solve any problems with needing modifications or needing to fine-tune something. You have 2 more. 1 more. And you're done. All right, so that includes a little bit of back and butt work and some tricep and arms with the tubing, very efficient, effective tool. And I will see you again.